And then, of course, there are nuances of understanding the United States immigration laws and the complex legal language contained therein. I was very devoted, but I certainly was not an attorney. And eventually, it proved critical for me to retain counsel. I was fortunate to do so, as ultimately my journey was streamlined and brought me over the finish line as a naturalized citizen. While challenges were numerous, there were rewards were well worth effort.
How tone deaf can you be? That was Melania Trump speaking to a new group of United States citizens on Friday, talking about how her journey to becoming an American citizen was all of a suddenly expedited when she hired a lawyer who pushed her through the system. Meanwhile, you have MAGA Republicans demonizing others who seek refuge in our country and constantly use words like invasion. I'm Ben Meiselas. This is the MeidasTouch Network. And as we reflect on Melania's speech there, that horrifically tone-deaf speech in front of new citizens who did not have the same privilege and advantages as her to becoming a citizen of our great nation, let's remember what Melania Trump said about Christmas as we approach this holiday season. Remember this? Play the clip.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
Where I am, I'm working like my ass off.
I know.
Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas. And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. It needs to go through the process and through the law.
But here's my thing. Hear what you just said. But instead of that, if your messaging, you were so loved.
They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story.
I'm telling you.
You would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
Ah, yes, the MAGA Republicans and the Republican Party that want to lecture us about how they're the ones saving the word Christmas and people would not say Merry Christmas before, or whatever delusional, deranged conspiracy that MAGA Republicans want to make up to inject some culture war issue to try to divide us. There was Melania saying back when Donald Trump was disgracing the office that she hates Christmas and she starts cursing it out. Want to show you this clip as well of Melania. Just take a trip down memory lane right here with some of Melania's hits. And here Melania talks about Stormy Daniels. Play this clip.
If you go Google and read it. And Annie Leibovitz shot the porn hooker, and she will be one of the issues September or October.
What do you mean she shot the porn hooker?
Stormy.
Shut the fuck up. For what?
Oh, you didn't read it? Yeah, it was yesterday came out. For Vogue. She will be in Vogue. Annie Leibovitz shot her.
And here was Melania talking, this was her response to children being separated from their parents by the Trump administration, which Trump says he will bring back right away again. Here's what Melania said. Play the clip.
And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. It needs to go through the process and through the law.
And by the way, do you remember when Melania changed up the Rose Garden. And remember this is from August 22nd, 2020, one of the final acts of disgrace, like both actual disgrace to America and in the actual landscaping in the White House. There was Melania saying, excited to honor the history and celebrate the White House Rose Garden this evening. This is what she turned the Rose Garden into. And this is what the Rose Garden looked like before, just so you see a before and after. As one commentator said, the Rose Garden now looks like a cemetery, which perhaps is actually appropriate given what your husband has done to our country. That commentator wrote that on August 22nd, 2020. But speaking of cemeteries, that would actually be Donald Trump's first wife, who was buried at Bedminster. Donald Trump, I think to take tax breaks, turned Bedminster, or a portion of it, classified it as a cemetery, and actually buried Ivana in one of the kind of backwoods area of the golf course, his first wife, and then allowed all of the shrubs to grow over it. This was an exclusive by the Daily Mail right here. Ivana Trump's cordoned-off grave is barely visible in completely overgrown area of Trump's 506-acre Bedminster, New Jersey golf course. You see Ivana's grave right there, and you see the grass growing over it right there. That is what Donald Trump is doing to Ivana. Horrific. I mean, just ghoulish. Ghoulish is one of the words to describe it. Going back to Melania for a moment, we previously reported here on the MeidasTouch network that Melania Trump gave her stylist, or for the stylist's work on her, over $260,000 in campaign cash. Then one of the Trump super PACs paid Melania about $155,000 back in December of 2021 for a, quote, speaking engagement. We'll see what the new financial report said. And that's Melania, Donald, Ivana, ghoulish behavior. Now,
if you've got loved ones who depend on you like I do, why leave anything up to chance in a worst case scenario? Life insurance gives your family a safety net that can cover expenses like mortgage payments or college costs, so they won't have to worry about money while getting back on their feet. Luckily, Policy Genius makes finding the right policy simple, and their team of licensed experts are on hand to help talk you through it. Even if you already have life insurance policy through your work, it may not offer enough protection for your family's needs, and it may not follow you if you ever leave your job. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer same-day approval and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius knows how valuable your time is. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. Policy Genius has licensed award-winning agents who can help you find the best fit for your needs. They work for you, not the insurance companies. That means they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. Policy Genius is for parents, caregivers, and anyone else who has people who depend on them. They simplify the process of getting life insurance so you can protect the people you love. No wonder why they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to PolicyGenius.com or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's PolicyGenius.com.
Can we compare and contrast the alternative here? Let me just bring us down memory lane right here with President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden, the First Lady of the United States. This was a post a while back from Jill Biden. There's no one else I'd rather dance with than you. Happy birthday, Joe. I love you. You see a loving married couple right here. Another post from Dr. Jill Biden, our First Lady. A perfect birthday celebration filled with so much love and Joe's favorite coconut cake. And there President Biden is with his family and his daughter and grandkids, and a loving family scene right there. Something that should transcend partisan political lines. Something that should be a role model, a nice, close, tight-knit, loving family Here, President Biden posted, Jill and I were honored to join the Marines, sailors, and families of the 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force last night. Our nation is indebted to you and to all the military spouses and kids who joined us. Jill and I see you. We know how much you've given to our nation. Another post by President Biden. Jill and I were honored to speak with women and men of our armed forces this afternoon. You gave up your seat at the Thanksgiving table to defend us, and we owe you a debt of gratitude. You're the best of America. And President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, putting up a Christmas tree. Just finishing a few touches. Hope you and your loved ones are having a great Christmas Eve. And then I do also want to reflect on a moment on, remember the 2020 debate after it wrapped up when Dr. Jill Biden and President Joe Biden, then candidate Biden, Vice President Biden at the time, had a warm, loving embrace and kiss. And it looked like Melania did not even want to be there with Donald Trump. Remember that? Here, play this clip.
As we will keep our camera trained on the hall at the end of this, as you may know, a limited crowd present. What a dark event we have just witnessed. The tip of the hat to Cormac McCarthy when we say, if that wasn't a mess, it'll do till the mess gets here. As difficult as that was to watch as the spouses now join both men on stage, as bracing as it is to realize this behavior is taking place in pursuit of the job we used to refer to as leader of the free world, there was an incumbent on that stage tonight, a president.
Because as Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, who's been on the MeidasTouch network before, has described, it's a purely transactional relationship when it comes to Donald Trump and Melania Trump, and she has to renegotiate hard her prenuptial agreement in order for her to go out and give speeches in 2023 or 2024. I mean, it's sadistic. It's sadistic stuff. I wanted to show you this clip right here as well of Stephanie Winston Wolkoff dropping, I think, some critical information right here on one of the shows on the MeidasTouch network, Lights On with Jessica Denson. You should check that out. It's on every Friday here on the MeidasTouch network. And here Stephanie Winston Wolkoff talks about how investigators should be trying to get Melania's phone because she's cued in on everything that Donald Trump's doing. Here, play the clip.
I pray that people that are listening to this really, really listen and understand that the corruption and the disingenuousness and the deceit and the deception is all very real, and that they want nothing good for you at all. And if you think otherwise, I don't know how to explain to you that they tried to take my life down. And I mean, I almost died. I was in the hospital for over a month, 2 spinal fusions later. And the First Lady, Melania Trump, actually said publicly that I brought that upon myself.
Sick.
It's sick. It's sick. And no, not one person commented on it. Not one. It's the first time I'm actually even talking about it. I brought that upon myself. How dare you? So I want Melania Trump to know that she will be held accountable and she will have to answer certain questions at a certain point in time because her talking points mean nothing, absolutely nothing. And I do hope the investigators do have her signals that I have. And I hope that they have her text messages. And I hope that they have every email that was written on a non-government email address, because those emails show Melania is very well aware of everything.
What you went through was unthinkable, and you are totally worthy of peace now for the path that you have chosen to take.
Thank you.
And
so are you.
Oh, and lastly, I got to show you, after hearing that, Dr. Jill Biden. There's a speech that she gave when the White House portraits, when the murals of President Barack Obama and the First Lady were released. I want to show you this right here of Dr. Jill Biden. It's a hilarious moment right here of Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Jill Biden. Here, play this clip.
Joe, honestly, everybody stood but Joe. Thank you, Michelle, for a friendship I treasure.
And here, Dr. Jill Biden talking about the portraits of Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. Here, play the clip.
And when I look at these portraits, I see family. Your family, the family we all built, and the families across America that we served together. I see love, joy, and fellowship, and we are honored to hang them today and share them with the world.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tell me what you think in the comments below, though. But I wanted to start with that Melania kind of tone-deaf clip, show you insight into who she and Donald Trump are, which combines the tone-deafness, the grift, the animus, the hate, and then just compare it to the alternative, which is imbued in everything in this current White House. I mean, it's just so obvious to me when you look, just watch these clips. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. I'm Ben Meiselas. This is the MeidasTouch Network. Have a good one.
Hey, Meidas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.